Sometimes the moment you finally start to feel strong is the moment you stop trying to prove you can go faster. This morning started in the dark, headlamp on, stars still overhead. That quiet kind of beginning that feels almost sacred. As I stepped onto the trail, something caught my attention before I could even see it. The smell of flowers. Somewhere along the trail, something was blooming in the darkness. Later, I realized it was California lilac, opening into the cool morning air. It felt like the trail was already awake before the light even arrived. And as I climbed higher, I noticed something different inside myself. I wasn't chasing the trail. I wasn't checking my pace or wondering if I should be moving faster. I was just moving, step by step, breath by breath. A steady rhythm that felt strong, but not forced. If you've ever felt that pressure to move faster, to prove something to yourself, to keep pushing even when your body's asking for something different, you know how exhausting that could become. Last year on the same trail, I remember feeling frustrated that I wasn't moving faster. That old mindset from my years as a competitive gymnast still lived somewhere inside me. The part that believed effort should always look like intensity. But this morning felt different. Instead of pushing harder, I stayed in a steady zone 2 pace. A pace that lets your body breathe. A pace that lets you keep going longer. The kind of strength that builds quietly. As the trail climbed higher, the sky began to soften into civil twilight. And then it appeared, the belt of Venus stretching across the horizon above Los Angeles. The soft band of pink and lavender light. In moments like that, there isn't really anywhere to rush to. The mountain has its own pace. And this morning, I felt like I had finally settled into it. By the time I reached the summit of Mount Islip, the wind had picked up. I sat down on the rocks to eat a tuna sandwich and take in the view. And then something unexpected happened. These small black and white birds began darting across the summit. Fast, incredibly fast, cutting through the wind in ways that almost didn't feel real. Later, I learned they're called white-throated swifts. A few of them passed within maybe 8 or 10 feet of where I was sitting. Each time they flew by, I could hear it, a quick rush of air, whoosh. Then another whoosh. 4 or 5 times they swept across the summit, riding the wind like they were made for it. Part of me wanted to film it, but there was no way I could keep up with them, so I didn't. I just sat there, eating my sandwich, watching this small aerial show unfold all around me. For a few minutes, it felt like the mountain was sharing something rare. Speed was still there, just not something I needed to chase anymore. And on the way back down the trail, I felt it even more clearly, that rhythm, step after step, moving with the trail instead of pushing against it. Strong, steady, consistent. There's a different kind of strength that shows up when you stop trying to prove something, when you let go of the pressure to go faster and begin trusting your own pace. It's quieter, but it lasts longer. And somewhere along the way, you realize something unexpected. You're not falling behind. You're finally moving in a way that lets you keep going. Take good care.